They're not sorry about it. They take a tough loss in week 1.
Sorry about it with a disappointing loss to go 0-2, only scoring 58 points.
And sorry about it with another disappointing loss in week 3. He loses to AJ and just can't seem to get over that 57-point mark this past 2 weeks.
Sorry about it finally getting a decent week of 94 points. But one direction prevails.
The story of week 5. Cucamonga cockroaches say sorry about it. Dustin loses again. 10-point loss. He's 0-5. You gotta think, can he pull it together?
Another disappointing loss in week 10. Sorry about it. Only scores 60 points. He goes 2-8.
Eliminators. Eliminate all playoff hopes for sorry about it and Dustin in week 11 victory. Dustin loses by 58 points. We can call this a dead end, folks.
So I'm here with League Commissioner Brad Frailey. Brad, you've been doing a great job. Really appreciate all that you've done for the league.
Well, appreciate that, Ryan. That means a lot, and just glad to be here today to talk a little bit about DBODB history.
So, Brad, first question I want to ask you in this interview is what happened to Dustin Troy Frailey last season?
You know, I think the main thing, Dustin, you know, he always, year to year, has had a strong squad. So when he started slipping, you know, he got off to the 0-2, the 0-3. He panicked. Last year, I don't know if you know, he set the all-time record for trades in the season, 5. And, you know, that's what a manager in panic does. You know, a manager who doesn't know how to handle failure. So, you know, I think he hit the panic button too early, and, you know, he 5 trades. There's no reason. There's no reason.
What happened to Dustin last season? Well, it's what I like to call a system overload, and it's actually becoming a lot more popular in fantasy sports these days. Take working out, for example. Working out's good for you, but when you work out, if you work out 10 plus hours, you're most likely going to get injured. Same with magazines. Magazines are good, but if you buy 10 plus and spend over $100 worth for magazines, you're going to run the risk of having a system overload. And I just want to warn all the young fantasy players out there to be careful with that. It could really mess your team up, and I don't want you to take a dump like Dustin did last season. It's very serious.
What do you think happened to Dustin's team last year?
You know, I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know if it was, you know, he just got tired of, you know, some straight losses, and his spirit and his morale went down. You know, because I was there before, you know, losing a couple games straight. I mean, it takes a toll on your body. It makes you not even want to watch football.
I'm here with Andres Sorcino. Andres, nice of you to join me here.
No problem, Ryan.
I just want to ask you a couple questions.
All right, sounds good, man.
Now, what do you think happened to Dustin last season?
Well, you know, I really think he just had a rough season. You know, it happens to all of us. I know it's happened to me a couple times, but you know, I just think it's something that has happened to everyone at least once. You know, I'm really hoping it happens again to him, to be honest. But you know, there's not a lot we can say about that. It must have just been his drafting ability.
What do you think your biggest mistake was last season?
Probably my draft picks 1 through 7.
From the Ravens, they are flat and not focused.
Wow, did Sheldon Brown put one on him?
And I heard that they're 40 yards away.
Slot to the right, empty backfield. Vick's pass is deflected and intercepted.
You look at the Dwayne Bowe thing. That was really unfortunate. Huge, just a huge play. Where is this guy's mind?
There's a ton of time and throws, and that's caught by Macklin, who takes a
Unbelievable.
Petrie with a nice block at the guard. Going deep. He's got Johnson. Oh, he dropped the ball.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. It's just a matter of you know, I couldn't cut, so.
How do you think he'll cope with the new girlfriend?
You know, for me, and I think you can kind of observe this with anyone in the league, girlfriends and wives have become a coping mechanism for those who have lost. I mean, for example, you have Travis. Travis, he was doing fantastic, won the first championship, was highly ranked, first ranked overall actually for a couple of years running. But he really started to slide off the table, and you know, he goes out, he gets a wife. You know, something to take his mind off the defeat. Kyle Hanlon loses the championship, marries Cassie. I mean, do you think that's coincidence? Dustin, last year, finds a girlfriend. Me, I've lost every single year. You have to have something in your life to take away that pain, and you know that's what wives and girlfriends are there for.
It's a good addition to my team. You know, I feel like I'm gonna be going in every week very positive and coming out every week very positive, knowing that I'm going to have a nice, balanced person to keep me sane. You know, she's going to keep me up.
First year Brad had his girlfriend, he went 4-9, was his worst season ever. So he's in an adjustment period. We'll see how he handles it.
You know, I actually heard that she was trying to put in his input for him. You know, she was thinking that these guys are too cute and she wants him to draft them. But I don't really know. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. But as of right now, from my insider report, that's how it's looking.
What can you do differently this year to avoid a disaster like last season?
I finally came to the realization that fantasy football is not my life. It is not the only thing that I need to be worrying about in my life. And, you know, this year I'm going to go with a different approach. Nice, calm, cool, collective approach. Will not be freaking out. Whatever happens, happens. And I will be okay if I lose.
You know, unfortunately, I don't think that's possible. I definitely think it's in his nature, man, and fantasy football definitely brings it out. And it's something he can't hide.
And what do you think of Dustin's chances this season?
Well, you know, Ryan, the best thing about this game is every year's a new chapter. It's a clean slate. So I guess it's really in Dustin's hands. You know, is he gonna sit there on the floor? He got punched in the mouth last year. I'll say it straight. He got punched in the mouth. You know, fantasy football will do that to you. It'll knock you down. It'll take away your pride. It just matters, you know, are you going to get up? Are you going to dust yourself off? Are you going to get back in the magazines? And, you know what, I haven't seen that from Dustin, so I don't really know what to expect this year.
I'm not sure. I think this year we got a new year. I think the layout of all the players this year is really good. I like the way it sits right now. I think everyone's got a good chance, so we'll just see how it plays out.
Kyle, how do you think Dustin will do this season? To be honest, I don't think Dustin's going to do any better than 8th place. When I look at him, I don't see any passion, no drive. It's all gone. I don't see anything. There's no reason for him to do better in 8th place, I don't think.
I just don't see the commitment anymore. You know, I don't see the fire that burns in his eyes like he used to, and I really think that he's gonna get last again. He's gonna get last again. I mean, he does have the first overall pick, but that doesn't really mean a lot when you have a girlfriend and you're spending all your time with her. So I really hope he does terrible, and I wish him the worst of luck.
I don't think Dustin's going to do.
You know, fantasy football do that. It'll knock you down.
When I look at him, I don't see any passion.
It just matters, you know, are you going to get up? Are you going to dust yourself off?
I don't see the fire that burns in his eyes like,
so I don't really know what to expect.
And I really think that
you got punched in the mouth.
he's going to get last again.
You got punched in the mouth.
Whatever happens, happens.